If you live in the city of Austin, you're about to get another purple notification slip just like this one in the mail. It'll be the third time you've gotten one. The first two were over major land development code changes.
Now, this time, the city of Austin is notifying you about changes they could be making to short-term rental rules. That's according to several city council members. Now, think Airbnb or Vrbo. KXAN's Grace Reader breaks down what you can expect in the mail next month and how it could change our city moving forward.
After years of inaction on short-term rentals, the city of Austin is poised to make that conversation one of its first of the new year. Councilmember Ryan Alter says there are a few areas City Council seems to be focused so far, mainly setting up workable rules and enforcement.
So we want to make sure that if we're having limitations on the number of licenses or number of short-term rentals, is that an appropriate number? Because right now we have caps that are just not even enforced. Second is then on that enforcement piece, we have to make sure that we have the tools necessary so that we can go out and enforce unlicensed short-term rentals.
The exact details of what will be on the purple slip you get and what changes city staff will bring back to council are still being worked out behind the scenes. You're expected to get those notifications in the mail mid-January, and the issue could be discussed at meetings in February if all goes as planned.
Right now, our regulations are in a number of places. Some of them are in the zoning code, some of them are in other portions of the city code. What I think you're going to see based on these court decisions is a move away from the zoning element and more into like the business regulations that we see for other types of entities.
Matt Curtis, the founder of Smart City Policy Group, travels the world helping cities address this very issue, and he just so happens to be in our backyard. Curtis says compliance is a major issue here and says the city should look to relatively new tech to help with that.
You know, now there's actually a lot of opportunity for outsourcing for better compliance. So there's software compliance tools that can almost take care of everything the city needs so that any operator who is able to operate legally is doing so and they're doing a great job. But then anybody who might be doing something inappropriately, they're addressed quickly and effectively.
Grace Reader, KXAN News.
Data from sites like AirDNA show Austin has more than 15,000 short-term rentals. That number grows during major events like South by Southwest and Austin City Limits Music Festival. But less than 15% have the city required short-term rental license. When we checked in with the city in October, they told us there were only roughly 2,300 properties with an active license.
And if you plan on staying at an Airbnb tomorrow night for New Year's Eve, the platform will have some measures in place to make sure you don't throw a party. Airbnb tracks information about the reservation to help determine the potential risk for a disruptive, unauthorized party. And if the risk is deemed high, the guest will be blocked from booking or redirected to other accommodations. Also, guests will have to confirm that they understand violations could cause a suspension or even removal from the platform.